Welcome back for another beer tasting. I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer. In today's tasting, we've got an Imperial Porter from Jordan. Today's Imperial Porter is the Black Camel Spider. It's a 10.5% ABV Imperial Porter brewed with Jordanian Dates and Bedouin coffee and roasted with cardamom. Cardamom being a spice made from a whole host of seeds. It's known to be lemon or eucalyptus-like, and I guess it's a very expensive spice. So I'm asking myself, I wonder what I paid for this beer because I don't remember.
Extremely expensive.
So the Carakale Brewery, started by Isaac Karache. He was a student at the University of Colorado, I think.
Beer was discovered in Mesopotamia, Iraq. First production facility, first production brewery was the Pharaohs and the pyramids. It was the first form of currency. There's a lot of roots to beer in our region, and we're trying to bring it back to where it started. I graduated in CU Boulder. After I graduated, I went and worked with an oil company called Halliburton. I felt like I was selling my soul. I continued my studies in the Master's Brewing program in UC Davis. In 2009, I decided to go back to Jordan and start Jordan's first microbrewery.
After college, went to work for Halliburton for a short period, I think. Ended up working in a homebrew store where he met Charlie Papazian. If you're not familiar with Charlie, he basically started the home brewing revolution. He was the founder of the Great American Beer Fest, was the president of the American Brewers Association, I think, but he wrote the book, The Joys of Home Brewing. So he kind of led the home brewing in the early days, which, as we know, the home brewing revolution brought the craft beer industry to life. So
when I began teaching my homebrew classes, homebrewing was illegal. It wasn't legalized until 1979. But that didn't stop us. One class that I taught, I was given a heads up by the administration. They said, there's somebody that is suspicious that has registered for your class. We just thought we'd give you a heads up. And sure enough, this guy showed up. And you got to picture this, the class, it wasn't a classroom, it was my living room. And this guy shows up, first class, and he's wearing dress pants, a white shirt, and a skinny black tie. And he obviously stood out. I knew who he was. And he was, you know, he never said who he was, but he was from the ATF, and he was there to check the class out, to see what I was up to. And I made a very important point that, you know, homebrewing was illegal. And he came to 2 or 3 classes, pitched in, stirred the wort, added hops, learned about homebrewing, and I never saw him again.
he met him, ended up going to a brewer's course, went back in 2009 to his home country of Jordan, went through a very long, hard process of opening a brewery there. As we know, the Middle East was probably not, doesn't have, especially Jordan doesn't have a craft brewery industry, and the whole alcohol industry probably doesn't have a lot of infrastructure there, and it's probably really hard to get started, but he did it. And this is one of their beers. I've had it in my fridge for a while, and I'm really excited to try it. Again, it's an Imperial Porter, the Black Camel Spider, 10.5% ABV. Dates, that spice, roasted coffee. This sounds like it has the potential to be a really interesting, well-done beer. I hope so. It's a black and white label. It's got some artwork of, I guess, the Black Camel Spider. I'm not sure. It's hard to make out exactly what it's doing, but that's the label.
I'm scared of spiders, Coach.
Logo on the cap. And that must be their logo because it's on the neck as well. It says it was exported December 11th of 2017. I haven't had it in the fridge that long, so I'm not sure how long it was on the shelf at the bottle shop where I bought this. It says on the back of the label, in the early days of Carakale, there was so much work to be done. I was living in the brewery, just me and 2 curious camel spiders each night before bed. I would shout a warning to my unwanted roommates, Shabah, Arabic for camel spider. I'm not afraid. Camel spiders are the size of a grown man's palm.
Are you shitting me?
They run 30 miles an hour and possess 2 sets of fangs. first set to bite and the second to pull you in. With time and several experimental stouts and ales to fuel my bravery, I faced down my fears and conquered obstacles to make Carakale a reality. Sabah, this one's for you. All right. Excellent. Black Camel Spider Porter. Let's get the spider out of the bottle and into a glass. Lots of carbonation. I can hear it. It's a pretty dark. It's not black, but it's that dark brown just before it would be black. Finger of a tan head. Lots of bubbles. Creamy on the top. Damn good looking beer.
Looks good.
Looks like a porter should look. Let's see what it smells like. Sweet coffee, a little bit of spicy in there. So dark fruit, spicy. I'm not exactly sure what to expect from that cardamom, if that's how you pronounce it. That's supposed to be some eucalyptus, lemony taste or maybe aroma. Very interesting. But it's spicy, dark fruits, a little bit of coffee. Just smells like a really good porter. Wow. All right, the Black Camel Spider. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Well, I get a good dose of black licorice up front. Oh, and a little bit of spice. The spice followed it. Not getting any like sweet dark fruits yet, but it was definitely black licorice followed by a little bit of spice, and the spice stayed in my throat. Yeah, it's black licorice, a little bit of coffee, and some sort of spice, like a spice with a little bit of burn to it. Medium bodied, well carbonated. Making a mess, spilling it all over the place. I know that lacing most of the time doesn't mean much other than your glass is clean, unless it's got high alcohol. This is only this is 10.5% ABV, so maybe we expect some lacing. Yeah, and the nose is actually changing a little bit, maybe as it breathes. Now I'm getting a little more of the dark fruits. So maybe dates. But the flavor's got definitely a black licorice, coffee, and a spicy follow-up. Really well done. Yeah, it's just like a spicy with a slight burn and almost smoky. It's a very complex beer. Wow. All right, let's see if there's anybody talking about this online. So it is on Beer Advocate. It's only got 11 ratings, but it's got a 4.07 rating, which is exceptional. So that sounds reasonable to me. Black Camel Spider, Carakale Brewing Company, Jordan, 10.5% ABV. They call it a Baltic Porter. Imperial Porter. Not sure the difference between a Baltic Porter and an Imperial Porter. All right, let's go over to Untappd and see if it's checked in there. On Untappd, the Black Camel Spider has a 3.85 cap rating, 423 ratings. Fairly good rating there as well. Not many ratings. I'm not sure how widely distributed this is. I think the Shelton brothers are the people that import this. I think they're in Massachusetts. I bought this at my local bottle shop. I didn't buy this one online, but it's a really well done porter. So let me sip on this a little bit more, and I'm going to check it in on Untappd. Black Camel Spider checked in on Untappd. I gave it a 4 cap rating. Well done, Porter. Complex flavor story for me. Gave it the description of black licorice coffee, nice spice, roasty back end, complex Imperial Porter, medium body with some spicy coating remains. It leaves a little bit of something behind with some spice to it. Great story, great flavor story with this one. Who knew? Imperial Porter from Jordan. Gave it the flavor profile coffee, dark, spicy, and licorice, and I noted that I bought this at my local bottle shop, Nightly Spirits in Orlando. Well, all right. Maybe I can find some more from these people. Yeah, let me know what you have for access to craft beers, and how do you get most of your craft beers. Like I said, I got a great local bottle shop, and I buy the other ones online. Find me on Untappd, CrafTeeBeer, or leave me your Untappd username below, and I'll friend you if that makes it easier. Social media information's below. Subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when the new beer tastings are up.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
I guess that's it. Until the next beer tasting, I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer. Cheers.